Convicted child rapist Duayne Richard Peters will spend 30 years in the Department of Corrections prison, the abuse happening over several years. Peters spent the past 3 years waiting to learn his fate before Superior Court of Guam Judge Arthur Brasinas. During sentencing today, Peters sat beside his attorney Joshua Walsh as defense asked the court for leniency.
Given the single victim in this case, the lack of statutory legal authority tailored to this specific situation that says we must go consecutively, an unblemished prior record of the defendant, the fact that the government saw fit to let a woman out under the same charge accused of same sexual acts in order to get this conviction.
It was last August a jury found Peters guilty of 5 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct, 3 counts of second-degree criminal sexual conduct, and a special allegation of a vulnerable victim. Prosecuting attorney Christine Tenorio argued that Peters served life.
I worked this case for years before this went to trial. Mr. Brown did take over and did successfully get those convictions, and then now I'm here to wrap this all up in the sentencing. But why I'm saying this is Your Honor had witnessed for himself just the trauma. I don't believe that I've ever even seen a victim as traumatized as this particular, and I think it's because of what the defendant did to her during these tender years of her life. Now, it doesn't matter that there was only one victim in this case, and the reason why I say that, because he brings up his blemish list of record, the reason why this doesn't matter is he was doing something since 2012, according to the jury. It wasn't until 2020 that he got caught, but it doesn't mean it's blemishes. It's you were committing crimes for 8 years and nobody found out, because that is the nature of these types of crimes.
As KUAM reported, Peters, along with his wife, Natasha Peters, were convicted for sexually assaulting a child from March 2012 to January 2019. The victim was about 11 years old when the abuse began. Natasha, who pleaded guilty to criminal facilitation of first-degree criminal sexual conduct, was placed on 1-year unsupervised probation, spared jail time. She testified against Duayne at his trial and has since reconnected with the victim. During today's sentencing, the victim, now an adult, addressed her abuser.
Yes, you stole a part of me that I can never ever get back, but I am still here. You don't get to linger in the back of my mind anymore. You don't get to scare me. Because I made it. I never needed you. I am strong enough to handle the PTSD, and every predator like you deserve far worse than to be behind bars, but at least now I know that you'll never hurt another woman again.
The victim's husband also addressed the court.
This is something that has been very, very difficult to bear with throughout the course of our lives. That both and I have dealt with everything, you name it. Talking to multiple therapists, speaking to different people. The entirety of this case itself has caused us to, not only for her to relive it, but also for me to be the best person I can be to help her get through it. And the actions of Mr. Peters have been, the actions of Mr. Peters will never be excusable. There will never ever be a reason why someone should commit crimes as he did.
Peters, who has been out of prison for 2 years, was ordered by the court to self-surrender to the local prison, the judge giving Peters 2.5 weeks to get his affairs in order before then. Peters must also register as a level 1 sex offender. Julian Hernandez, KUAM News.